So at this time, I wanna show something very simple in Chap Chap. How to add a timing chain regarding the rails and the marks that were put for you in order to simply know the target of a notch and a true lining of the mark indicator. So this is a chain guide that rails the chain up the VVTI gear. Okay, so I put this chain guide and bolt it up with a 10mm tool. That one gets onto it. Always do not forget to tighten the rail, because any mistake you snap your head. Then these are the marks I've been talking about. You look at them clearly. These are the marks that center or align the gears and the crank gear too. So do not focus on the looseness of the chain, for the marks is your own target. Now you put them like this, so the chain will bend, but do not get confused. So that mark or the yellow mark has to sit onto the right gear, so it has to adjacently come. Then it sits. So if it sits like that, then you just know that is the right TDC of the Z. So this gear comes some millimeters on the left, then the chain sits on there peacefully. So after turning the chain onto the right marks, then no problem, you can remove the whole of it and then focus onto the main crank gear. It also has a mark where the yellow mark has to exactly fit onto the gear and face 3 o'clock. So we come back here. This looseness shouldn't bother you. It has to fit without any force. So the VVTI gear has to come some millimeters front, then sits in the right mark. Then this one will automatically sit nga tokase kintu kyonna. So this one, you turn it some millimeters on the right, then sits there. So the remaining part which is not stretched is for the tensioner. So we get the tensioner rail guide and then fix it onto the block. Now there is something that many people normally forget and cause problems from here. This guide has a lock pin bolt. It always goes there, but focus on the upper side. I'm putting it in a wrong way for those people who normally break it. Somebody sent me an inbox and wanted to learn why he normally breaks. Now you tightening this rail like this, you will break it. Now here it does not move. Hope you've seen. So you have to untighten it and then push it in front. There you can leave it and you can have peace. When it is movable here, then you just know that you have something right. But in the first case where it was wrong. So you get onto the marks, then check them whether they are still in line, and make sure the rail guide of the tensioner is fit to the right angle. So your next object or subject will be getting your timing cover and adding it onto the block. So with only this, you can time any VVTI engine that comes across. What you have to understand, or what you have to put into consideration, are the marks. the TDC marks. Those are the essential elements in as far as engine timing is concerned. When you get to understand any timing mark on an engine, you can never fail to rebuild any engine that comes across your way. The only problem to engines is one: failure to look or failure to locate the timing marks on gears. That is the only problem that you can face, and it is the only challenge you can find in as far as rebuilding an engine is concerned. This is just for my guys in the automotive industry, just cautioning you on how and why and exactly what you must put into consideration in as far as timing is concerned. Timing of any engine, ranging from 3-piston engine to a 12 basic engine, timing normally looks to be the same. So some other thing here, you look at the timing cover, it has something that is stopping it from getting in. So that is just simple. It is the seal. So you take the seal off in order to clench the cover onto the block. So when all that is set, just bring your cover and then center it onto the block. Not forgetting, the gears up must be locked. The gears up must be locked. You unlock them when you have finally put the tensioner. Do not leave the uppermost cam gears when you have not put the tensioner inside the block cover. Okay, chap information to my guys out there. That's the 1ZZ engine timing max. Anything, go ahead in the comment section.